بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Before we move on, I want to go back to one text that I want to discuss that I didn't discuss in too much detail last time. Now was the word here يختص. So this word يختص or يختص, it can be read in two ways. So I read it last time يختص, and this was also written in the older scripts of the Hidayatun Nahw, the in Hindu-Pak copy. يختص فعل مجهول. You can also read it يختص. Okay. The reason is some verbs can be both لازم and متعدي. They can use in both ways. So for example, the word خص and اختص. We're not worried about the word خص here, but اختص. So the word اختص can be a فعل لازم and a فعل متعدي. In the example we have on the board, it says اختصه, meaning what اختص is a verb, the fa'il is ضمير مستتر, and the who is a مفعول به. So the word اختص can have a مفعول. That's one way of using it. So for example, say اختص, and what comes in the Quran? والله يختص برحمته من يشاء. So يختص is a فاعل, and the ضمير مستتر is a فاعل. This is a متعلق, and this is a مفعول به. As a مفعول به. So the word يختص can be used as فعل متعدي. And in that scenario, you can become فعل مجهول. And based on this, they said it ويختص. Correct? And the fa'il is mahzuf. But you can also say اختص. What can you say? اختص. As in what? فعل لازم with no مفعول. أي اختص فلان بالأمر وتخصص له. When somebody becomes specialized in something, specific to something, you say اختص فلان as a فعل لازم. So because the word اختص can be used as both فعل لازم and فعل متعد, you can make it فعل مجهول based on the fact that it's فعل متعدي and the فاعل is محذوف يختص, and then you have to make a محذوف فاعل, meaning أي يختصه العرب. But simply it's probably easy to say ويختص as فعل معلوم. So you can put it as فعل مجهول فاعله or فعل معلوم فاعله. Correct? So you can put it both ways. Okay? So again, you can say يختص or يختص. I think يختص is better, but يختص is also sahih. Okay? Now moving on, there's another question somebody raised here, that when I was explaining the transition of this section here, ما قبلها ساكن. They said to me, the question was, I said this is مبتدأ and this is the خبر. So the question was, how can you make قبلها as a ظرف? How can you make that the مبتدأ? So the thing is, the ما is موصولة. That's the مبتدأ, not the قبلها on its own. So that's why, so قبلها, that's not the مبتدأ. What's the مبتدأ? ما قبلها. So that's why this case can become a مبتدأ. Okay? Right? Now moving on to the second type of i'rab. So the first type of i'rab was what? Where it says مرفوع بالضمة منصوب بالفتحة مجرور بالكسرة. That is for what? المفرد المنصرف الصحيح, الجمع المكسر, and الجاري مجرى الصحيح. Those words that operate and behave like صحيح. Now in that terminology, al-jari majra sahih, you have to remember that the word jari majra is a constant. So for example, you can say, for example, let me take a quick example. Yeah. For example, you can say, for example, you say ركعتان في المسجد بعد الوضوء يجري. I'm not talking about the fiqh here, this example. يجري مجرى تحية wudu. 2 rakats in the masjid after performing wudu compensates, behaves like, is equal to. So this yajri majra is equal, is same as qa'imun, maqama, whatever. Substitutes. So you see, if you look for jari majra, so it flows in the place of, it substitutes. So this is a constant. So it behaves like, it is a deputy. Substitutes. It can behave like. Okay? So this word jari majra is not specific to Nahw. This is like a terminology used in all sciences. And al-jari majra variable is meaning what? It behaves like this. Okay? Okay? Correct? So for example, let's say for example, another example, in Aqidah. Someone who's given Masna Aqidah, you can say, well, al-isharatu bil-ra'si. Al-isharatu bil-ra'si. Jarin majra nutqi bil-lisan lil-akhras. So you say what? Shaking of the head is equivalent or is substitute or is sufficient for verbally announcing iman for a person who is unable to speak. So jari majra, jari majra al-iman, ya jari majra al-nutq. So the word jari majra is don't think of it as a Nahw terminology. The word jari majra and then the mudaf ilayh, which is changeable, is a word which means in place of, substitute of. Okay? There's a few questions regarding that, so I thought I'd clarify that. Now the second type of i'rab is أن يكون الرفع بالضمة والنصب والجر بالكسرة. The second type of i'rab is where the marfu state and is dhamma, is with dhamma, and the mansoob and majroor state is with what? Kasra. Correct? Okay? And ويختص or ويختص, both can be said. This is specific for جمع المؤنث السالم. Okay? Now here, this is specific for the sound plural, feminine plural. And here in Arab, Jama is the majroor, Mu'annath is the mudafun ilay of Jama, and Salim is the not of what? The Jama, not of the Mu'annath. Okay? So this is the Salim. So here you get away with it because you know Jama is majroor, that's majroor, so you can't read anything else. But it's the not of this. So for example, if it was a mubtada khabar, you say huwa jam'ul mu'annathis sali. What would it be? As-sali mu, because the not of jam'u, not of this. Okay? So the second type of i'rab is for the jam'ul mu'annath as-salim, meaning that mu'annath which has alif ta at the end. There are more details regarding this, but for our level of Nahw, he's not going to discuss this. Okay? So for example, تقول, you would say, هن مسلمات ورأيت مسلمات ومررت بمسلمات. Okay? So the second type of i'rab is what? The second type of i'rab is the jam'ul mu'annas salim, marfu' bil dhamma, and majroor and mansoob say they both have what? Kasra. Okay? سبحان الله بحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك.